Hey y'all. So just a really quick video about what it took to turn old brake rotors into weight plates. Um, so I didn't do a video of the process because there's really not much to it, and kind of talk about it. And so had to replace a rear rotor. So I went ahead and did my repairs. Just better do that anyway. So I replaced the rear rotor on my wife's Ford Explorer, and then I had a neighbor that happened to replace the front rotors on his Chevy Traverse. And I can say once I finished them, I wrote the weight on them. So the Explorer one's a little bit larger diameter, but um, these Explorer rears are a larger diameter than the Traverse fronts, but these Traverse fronts are a lot thicker. So that's why they're a little heavier. And why? Well, I had these and didn't know what to do with them. My neighbor had these, didn't know what to do with them. So I said, oh, I'll take them. I'll find something to do with them. And then I did. I was exercising and realized, hey, I need some more plate weights. Ding, light bulb idea went off. So it's actually really easy. Of course, clean them up and you paint them when you're done. Then just in manner of finding a way to reduce the center hub down to the diameter of the barbell bar. Now I use a 1-inch bar. Now if you're using a 2-inch Olympic bar, you're going to have to come up with something different because these flanges like I got here do not come in that size. They really only come in this size. So this flange isn't a piping flange, it's a plumbing flange. It is one of these bolt-on flanges. See, it has a place for a set screw here. Focus. So this is for using iron piping for shelving and things like that, for kind of an industrial look in your house, or for other kind of mild structural supports. Nothing holding anything particularly heavy, because that's just not what it's built for. But it's not for plumbing. Now you do find these in the plumbing section at your big box store or wherever you get your plumbing parts. But these are not plumbing parts, but they fit the iron pipe. So this is a flange for a 3/4 inch pipe. Now remember, the dimension of a pipe is for the inside diameter of the pipe. So then you add the wall thickness, and that makes the outer diameter of a 3/4 inch iron pipe roughly 1 inch. And then this is even larger to give a little more tolerance, so that the pipe easily slides in and you lock it down with the set screw, which of course you don't need for the barbell. You have your end clamp on the bar to hold the weight on, just like any other plate weight. So you don't even need to worry about that. I just took them out. And so that ended up making that pretty easy. It fits over the bar really well, and it's really not that loose. It's a little loose, but it's about the same as you would expect from a weight plate, because you want some tolerance on there, make it easier to slide on and off. The only real modification you have to make is, of course, this boss failure for the set screw is a bump out, which is fine, but the thickened section kind of continues down onto this flange, and it makes for a really wide, or a thick section, pretty wide. It's about this far, almost from hole to hole, down here in this part. So you have to grind that flat. Also, because it's for just setting a pipe in and just bottoming it out, right? So the pipe has to fit in easily and stop at the end. So there's already a through hole, but it was much smaller. So it was enough to make the pipe stop going all the way through, but it was small enough that it's smaller than 1 inch. So it's using a die grinder, and you could do it with a Dremel. It'd probably take forever, but you just have to grind this hole, or grind this little lip, if you can hear that. Still a little bit of a lip. I didn't grind it all the way down to a smooth bore, but I didn't need to. Because the bar fits through this just fine, and it's not causing any issues. And then of course, getting it centered best you can, and then just welding it. It doesn't have to be fully welded. Just like I said, I did about 1 inch or so weld in 4 places, and then about the same on the other side, which is more than enough to hold, a 22-pound plate in place. And then clean it up and paint it, and that's all there was to it. So, and these flanges are pretty cheap. They come in black oxide and zinc coated and a couple other looks depending on what you're looking for. But usually get them for less than $5, or about $5 each. So that, well, plus paint. So for 80 pounds of weights, I only have about 20 or so dollars invested. You can't buy crappy used plates for that little. So to me, this is a win-win. I mean, the scrap value of these is so little, it's not even worth doing just for a couple of rotors. Otherwise, they just end up in a landfill. If your trash will even take them. If your recycling center will even take them, sometimes they won't, because it's not really steel, it's iron. So, hey, upcycling, right? And now I have a lot of extra weight for my barbell bar. So there you go. If anybody needs an idea of what to do with these old things, well, there you go. Well, hope this helps, and y'all have a good one.